Hey guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden. We're back with another Reactor's Choice. This is Wulfgar. On a battlefield in Midgard, I will die. Hey guys, how's it going? So this one, I recently thought about it after doing one of the Amon Amarth videos. For some reason it made my brain click back to, oh, I know another band that kind of reminded, well, it just reminded me of it. You'll see why when we get into it to a certain degree. It's not the exact same as Amon Amarth, obviously, but these guys are from Sweden. I first heard of them back in the day. I used to do a radio show for a local community radio, and this was in the days of when MySpace still existed. And I had found these guys on there, and they sent me their CD with Gods and Legends. This was their first studio album. I think they may have only released an album or two since then. I don't even know if they're still together at this point. I suppose I could find out by looking. And I really enjoyed them. They're like Death Viking style, melodic at the same time. I guess one way to find out is do a quick Google search, which would have been a good idea. Maybe some of you guys from Sweden have heard these guys before. Yeah, because they did the album that this song is from, with Gods and Legends Unite. And then they did Midgardian Metal, which came out in 2010. Apparently they are still active now, unless someone hasn't taken them off. When you look up similar artists, and Amon Amarth is the first one to pop up, along with bands like King of Asgard, as well as here. So, without further ado, this is Wulfgar. On a battlefield in Midgard, I will die. It's been a long time since I've heard this track, though. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That reminded me of that riff. As soon as I heard it, I was like, man, I used to love that riff. You haven't heard a song for so long?
Run
Alright, that was Wulfgar on the battlefield in Midgard. I Will Die. You know, I think this band, along with Insifrum, were the first two death Viking metal bands that I really got into. And this was at a point in time where I was listening to basically thrash metal all the time. And I wasn't too into the growling, screaming vocals at the time. You know, I was only 16, 17. I'd only just recently gotten into metal like a couple of years before. You know, it was like 2006, 2007 when I first got into metal. And you know, I had a rough time with the screaming, growling vocals for a while. It took until later, like finishing high school, possibly even after high school, before I could really appreciate screaming, growling vocals a lot more. But with these guys, for some reason, it just appealed to me. I don't know why. These guys and Insifrum at the time were the two bands that I found I listened to with that, and there wasn't many others. There might have been a few, you know, like Slipknot songs or something like that, or there might have been some in it that I'd listened to, but not much else. And I was lucky enough to find these guys, and you know, it goes to show Sweden was the country that one of the first countries to show me some Viking death metal. Now that I thought about it, I didn't even remember they were from Sweden, truthfully. Cool thing is, though, is that I still have the CD. I can see it from here on my CD rack, the original CD for this album that they had sent me. And I probably got some other gems hidden in there as well that are probably also from Sweden as well. If you guys will just hold on 1 second. If I can fucking reach these guys. No, I'm probably not gonna be able to reach. Hold on. Alright. I take off the headset just to be able to walk across the room. I'm trying to remember. There was Campus Records, which I believe that was from Finland, though. I remember Campus had actually sent me a bunch of CDs, I thought, of other bands as well. From around there, Campus Records. So Zelenium, which I probably won't remember where they're from. Wulfgar, they had 2 CDs. Reversion was another one. Verso as well. And Synesthesia. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to figure out where these guys are from. But they sent me a bunch of CDs, and maybe we'll go over them a bit with over time, because I know some of them were actually pretty decent. I enjoyed them. It doesn't look like Campus Records. Oh, here it is. I found it. Just curious if these guys are still. It doesn't look like it's the same that it used to be. Anyway, I can't find any of this stuff on their website. Mind you, it's a Finnish website as well, so I can't really find anything on it. But yeah, we'll probably check out some more of these bands that are, you know, from the late. Well, I should say just before 2010 that are similar to these Reversion. Maybe you guys can catch some of those names, and maybe you guys have heard of them before. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. As I'm rambling and I'm going off and stuff. I gotta stop myself. I'm gonna keep going, guys. If you enjoyed, if you did, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.